Hey everybody, welcome to the Solar Sister channel. It's your girl Solar Sister coming to you once again with another video. Guys, I know you probably saw the title of this video and you are wondering what in the heck is she going to be talking about today. I'm going to talk about it shortly, but before we move forward, if you would, go ahead, thumbs up the video, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, hit the notification bell if you want to be made aware of upcoming videos, and feel free to share with anyone you think might benefit. So guys, the title of this video, Monkey See, Monkey Lie, Keep Mama's Name Out of Your Mouth, came about because of propaganda that's been floating around in these media streets. So one thing that I know about melanated people is if you say something negative about somebody's mama, even the nicest, the most respectful, the most mannerable person might be drawn to jump up out of their seat. They might even be drawn to shuffle around some chairs. They might have an exchange of words, and they may even have some blows that might be exchanged, because it's just something about saying something negative about the person who carried you in their womb and gave you life. I don't know what it is, but hey, it can get the nicest person shook if you say something nasty and negative about their mother. So the one time that I had a fight in school was in 8th grade. This is the one and only time that I got into a physical fight with anyone outside of course, like my siblings growing up. But I got into a fight in school because of something that a dude said about my mother. The summer leading up to my 8th grade, my mom passed away. I was 12 going on 13. And she passed away in July, and either we were going to school the next month or we were going to school in September. All I know is it was a short period between the time my mom passed and the time that we had to go back to school or start our new school year. So I was going into 8th grade, and I remember the outfit that I had on that day that I got into this altercation. But I was not known to be a person to get into trouble, because first of all, you didn't get into trouble in school, not in our family. You didn't really act a fool out in public in our family because people knew each other's families. And so back in the day when I was growing up, if somebody saw you acting a fool, they could, chastise you and then tell your parents and you would get chastised again. So anyway, so we just didn't act up like that. And so this particular year, like I said, I lost my mom that summer, and I can't remember what month this was in, but I just know that it was cold. I think it might have been in January, like the second term of the school year. But I had on this outfit during the PE hour. We were told that we didn't have to dress out, so I had on my regular clothes, because normally we would have had to dress out and put on our shorts and t-shirts and sports shoes and whatnot. But this particular day, I guess we were just told to just kind of hang out in the bleachers, wait for the period to be over. I don't know if it was because it was cold, but whatever reason it was, we didn't have to dress out. So either I was sitting at the top of the bleachers reading a book or talking to some friends, I don't know. But all I know is I got into a back and forth with a guy who was known to be, like a mess starter. He was just like a little bully. I remember his name, but I'm not going to put it out here in these streets. But some kind of way we were having a back and forth. And one thing about me was that I was very quick with it with words. I'm still quick with it with words. But, back then it's like I didn't have to do any physical fighting because my word game was enough to kind of keep people shook mentally and emotionally that I didn't really have to fight. But this particular day, we were going back and forth, and I remember he said something about my dad. I said something about his dad. But when he said what he said about my mother, that thing took me all the way left. I blanked out, blacked out. I don't know how I got from the top of the bleachers to the floor. Some kind of way my feet got to the floor and it was on. The outfit I had on, again, I had on a dress, a skirt rather, and a sweater, some tights and some loafers. And when he said what he said about my mother, I don't know if I saw red, black, or whatever, but it was on. He said, knowing that my mother had just recently died, He either said, that's why your mama is dead, or I'm glad your mama is dead. Something to that effect, but from the moment he said that to the time I got to the floor, I don't remember any of it. I don't know if I jumped to the floor, I don't know if I flew to the floor, crawled or rolled, but I was on the floor, on my feet, and it was on and popping. So we're fighting, and I know I was blacked out because when he hit me he hit me above my temple, and that was actually kind of like the thing that kind of woke me up. It stunned me. So it was during that point that he hit me on the top of my head or over my temple that one of the male coaches saw what was going on, and he ran over, and I remember he was a big muscular guy, Coach Reeves. He grabbed the dude, around the collar and was shaking him, like trying to, wake him up. Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you fighting a girl? I mean, he was yelling at the top of his lungs. And he broke up the fight, and we were carted off to the office. Before we even got out of the gym, another coach was asking me what happened, because like I said, I wasn't a person who got into trouble like that. I actually worked in the office, so he was asking me, what happened, and I told him what the guy said, and then he got into his face and was yelling at him. So we were both carted off to the office, and because I worked in the office, I remember it was like a hush fell over the office when I walked into the office with the principal. The principal was in between me and the guy, and he kind of was carting us in, and the hush fell over the office. People were clutching pearls because I had never been in trouble. And so I said all this to say this, because like I was saying, even the most respectful, the most mannerable, the kindest person can be pushed to the limit. And with all of the propaganda that's being put out here in the streets on Mama, and when I'm talking about Mama in this case, I'm talking about Mama Africa. There has been so much negative propaganda put out here in these streets regarding our mama that we're actually getting tired of it. There are too many people putting negative information out here in these streets, and they've continued to try to do that for years and years and years, all the while trying to rape, rob, and pillage Mama for all of her beauty and all of her natural resources. The same people who keep wanting to spread all of this disinformation are the same ones who keep coming back trying to pull more and more resources from this place. Right now, it's monkeypox. Monkeypox showed up in some people in another area. In some kind of way, they're trying to pinpoint the origins of that to the continent. From AIDS and HIV to Ebola to smallpox and any other pox they can think of. They keep trying to put this narrative out here on our mama. And what I want us to start doing is start protecting our mama like it's really our physical mama. Not too many of us would sit back and allow our mama to be disrespected. And so at this point, I'm calling all of the melanated people out here in these streets to start putting the word out, to start canceling out all of these false narratives that are being put out here in these media streets about Mama. First of all, they've been trying to say that this is the place where there's so much famine and the kids are walking around with their bellies distended and all of this, disease is floating around in this area. Y'all look, the same things that can be said about Africa can be shown in any country that you go to if that's what you choose to show. There are so many people in the U.S. right now who are suffering and struggling because they are homeless, they're being put out of their houses, they're having problems trying to get food on the table, but none of those stories are being shown out here on this in these global streets. But they keep coming back trying to point the finger to the continent, trying to show everything that's wrong with it, when we all know there's so much more that's right with it. Y'all, stop letting these people put propaganda out there about your mama and start slapping the taste out of some people's mouths. Now, you don't have to physically slap it or literally slap it. You can figuratively slap it. But sometimes, you know, we might have to start physically slapping some taste out of some mouths. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out here in these streets. Stop letting your mama be disrespected. Black people, if you're trying to get back to mama, go ahead and start making your plans to move forward, because if they can't keep trying to control things by using negative propaganda, they may start trying to keep you from moving forward other ways. I'm going to leave it right here. Guys, like I always say, if you cannot do anything else, protect your headspace, protect your heart space, and keep your vibration high. Until the next one, guys, it's your girl, Solar Sister. Peace.